Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Today, I'm going to be installing some billet tie-downs in the bed of the Toyota Tacoma. I recently removed the sport bar. I don't have the tonneau cover on there anymore, so I decided to bling it up and add some functionality. What I've got here, these come from BilletTieDowns.com. There is a link with a discount code down below, code RobMotive. But what they're for, they replace or just give you new tie-down points in the track in the back of the Toyota Tacoma. Now, I chose to go with red because I'm kind of doing a red theme with the blue on the truck. There are many different colors and finishes available, and I've got an example here. I've gone with this brighter, more vibrant red. There is a more burgundy-ish kind of red, and then you also have kind of a textured finish on these, as opposed to just a smooth finish on these. Awesome product. They fit, again, right into the side rails on the side of the truck, and they give you a few different tie-down points. I'll show you that once we put them in, but speaking of that, let's go ahead and put them in. I'm going to go with, I think, 2 on each side and 1 in the front, because I've got 5. I'm not going to put this one on now because I want them to match, but I've got 4 actually, so we'll go 2 and then 1 in the front, kind of in the center. That's my plan. Okay, the easiest way to do this, I think, is just to go ahead and loosen up. Well, I'll go ahead and install the bottom bracket that's going to go inside of the track, but loosen that up just before the threads don't hold anymore, and then take the other side completely off. And I think, actually, I don't even know if you have to do that. Let's try to do it with just the threads loosened about as far as I can go without pulling it completely off. Then you want to go ahead and remove the cap over here on the side. Now, I do have the bed stiffeners here, so we'll see if they're in the way, and I may have to do this a different way. And it looks like maybe not. Let's see. It's kind of a tight squeeze. I think I could force it in there, but I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one side out just to give a little bit more clearance, and then loosen this one up. Again, as far as I can go, and I've actually removed it all the way. So I'm going to go ahead and just slide the bracket in. Again, I have a little tighter fit because I have the bed stiffener on there. Now, the way I've found to do this best is to kind of hold it with your hand so that it sits up against the inside edge of the rail, if you will, and then just kind of tighten it down like so. And then grab the other one, which is already on there, and tighten that one in as well, just like that. And then you can slide it. We've got both tightened down a little bit because I want to be able to slide this one down, which I'll do here. See how easily that works? And then I'm going to try to line them up evenly, and I'm going to use the design in the top of the bed cap here, which I'll go with this edge, and then I'm just going to tighten them by hand. And you know, in the past I have tightened them with pliers, and this is a quick release and really kind of defeats the purpose if you tighten them with pliers. So I'm just going to do it by hand. They shouldn't move. Now the next one, and let's see if my methodology worked. Well, obviously it did because it's on, right? So I'm going to go ahead and remove the plate from the back once again. And then just slip it in here on the side. Go ahead and reinstall the little quick release knobs. It's really pretty simple, actually. And then just pull this out. And actually, I think it's better to start with the one that's closer to you because you want to hold that one out again just to make it a little easier to put this in. And then the other other side, and you'll find once you get one side in, it's much easier to go ahead and catch the thread on the other side. This one, I think I'm going to put maybe somewhere about right there. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to this. You could put them right beside each other if you really wanted. Might look kind of weird, but you could. And there you go, that's it. So I'll line in or line up the other ones as best I can across from these, just because I want them to look uniform. And then we'll tackle that one up there in the front, which should be about the same. Oh, and before I forget, make sure you put your cover back on. I like to have these on. I know half the time they get lost, but I like to keep them on there. So let me do the other side, and then we'll do the front. I'll show you the front, and then we'll take a look at the whole thing. Slide the bracket in on the side, and then the same way that we did the other side, you want to go ahead and get the side closest to you, I guess, or the side that's hanging out over the edge. Just start the thread in there, and these thread really well. Then slide it in, put the other side on, and the tighter you bring it, the closer it'll get, like so. Then loosen it up a hair, and then simply slide it to where you want it. It's just that easy. Slide it in, and then go ahead and tighten it down just like so. Pretty simple. And don't forget, put your caps back on if you so choose. Let me go ahead and align those the way that I want them, and then I'll show you everything on that I've done here today. Okay, got everything on. You can see I've got them hopefully evenly spaced in the front. Now, this may be a bit of overkill, I know. Most people probably don't put 6 of these in the back of their bed, but I thought it would look good in the truck and add a little bit of character, if you will, a little bit of bling. A couple on each side, maybe one in the center, you know, or maybe just 2 on each side is sufficient, of course. What do these benefit you? They're heavier duty, they're billet aluminum, they are easily adjustable by turning the quick disconnect or quick release screws, if you will. And how do they work? What's important, I guess, with a tie down? You can go right through the center like so. You could go around and up like so if you want a little more security. Or you can connect anywhere, I guess, along this edge. It gives you a nice good edge to connect to. But nonetheless, it gives you a good way to be able to add tie downs to secure any kind of load that you might have, either from the front or the back. Again, these are available from BilletTieDowns.com. There is a discount code, RobMotive. It's either 5 or 10%, I can't remember. I think it's 5% off, but every little bit helps, right? Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Do you guys have these or no? I'd be curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.